Let's get straight back into my second part of the interview with Angus Taylor and that sneak peek behind the scenes of the Liberal Party room. I know you rarely see it. You see the lectern, sure, where Taylor stood for his first press conference last Friday, but not the room. We'll show you that. Have a look. This is an extraordinary room, isn't it, really? The opposition party room. This is a room you get into and you can't wait to get out of it and get back into government. But there's a few here that are good role models as to how you do it, isn't there?
There certainly are. This one in particular, in recent times, of course, the most successful opposition leader we've seen. What an extraordinary election in 2010, and you were there, and then of course that led to the victory in 2013. I remember 2010 that night. No one expected
no.
It happened. It was,
and that's your opportunity, Angus. You know, because we were in trouble then. Remember, we'd had Brendan Nelson, Malcolm Turnbull, Tony Abbott, all within that first term post-Howard. And I think our people were thinking, we'll never see the like of government again for a generation. But it can turn so quickly.
No, and what Tony did is just focus on those few things that he knew could mobilise our supporters, but also connect with Middle Australia, and he did it so successfully.
I can inform you that the Government of Australia has changed for just the second.
Scott Morrison famously said, you know, Australians don't care about woke. I think they do care. I think they perhaps don't care as much as the algorithm might suggest, but they certainly care about the erosion of our values and our country. They care about what's in the curriculum that we teach our children. They care about the rights of women and girls to compete in sports just for women and girls. How much of an issue is that for you in your party room now?
Well, I think it does go to this whole question of erosion of our way of life. People want to see it protected. If you take education, which you raised, people want to see their kids and grandkids get a good education. They don't want to see indoctrination in the classroom.
Education was a game changer for you, wasn't it?
100%. So I grew up in a farming family, but the thing my family and my parents were always prepared to support and spend money on was our education. They knew that was the thing that we carried with us for the rest of our lives, that was incredibly valuable and important. It was important to them, and it's important to me, because I know much of one way to get opportunity in life is through your education. So, but it shouldn't be indoctrination. It should never be indoctrination.
So will you tackle the unions on this? Are you going to tackle the Labor Party on this?
You know, I think our education system, our school system and our tertiary system has been drifting on this over a long period of time. I've watched my 4 kids who are in their 20s now go through school and then university, and I've seen this drift. I think Australians are deeply concerned about it. We do need to take it on, and we do need to give Australians the assurance that their kids are going to be educated, they're going to be taught about our wonderful nation, warts and all, but they should be celebrating our country as part of their education, and they shouldn't be receiving indoctrination from a union or unions that are pushing their own interests.
Just on your family, you mentioned 4 kids. I also know you're one of 4 boys. And I also know, you know, you've got a female deputy, you've got a lot of women on your front bench, but you've also got a pretty feisty wife. We all got to know Louise during the Voice debate. She was one of the early sort of, particularly in her case, a constitutional expert who spoke out strongly against the Voice when I think a lot of the legal brethren were very much in the yes camp. Is she a sounding board to you?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we met at university. We both came from very small country towns, about the same size as each other. Actually, hers was a bit smaller than ours, a couple hundred people, a couple of hours west of Dubbo. Farming family, worked hard, but you know it's hard work farming in that area. We met at university. We went through law school together, and I'm incredibly proud of what she's achieved with her life. She's passionate about our country. She's passionate about making sure our kids get the opportunities that we think they deserve, and all kids in this country. She's she's fighting hard every single day for the same sorts of things as I am, Peter.
Yeah, you're not scared of intellectual women if you're married to Louise.
No. And look, this was around me from a young age. You know, I had a very strong...
Your mum was amazing, and I know you lost her young.
I lost her young, but she had an imprint on all of us, all four of us boys. The impact she had on us was enormous. Her values, the way she taught values, she had a very strong view that family was essential. She had very strong Christian values. She was brought up in a family that believed in the power of private enterprise.
So we've got the Leader of the Opposition dropping net zero, proposing maybe new coal, not new coal, we're not sure. It was a tailor-made energy crisis in this country.
The net zero monkey's off the Liberal Party's back. You've got, I guess, a lot of opportunity here. Yes, nuclear, Angus Taylor, but surely coal and gas has got to be still in the mix.
Absolutely right. I think the starting point is to get that net zero ideology out of our system. Chris Bowen
coming back?
has applied... No. Chris Bowen has been applying this, and the result is electricity prices are up almost 40%. In the same time period where I, as Energy Minister, was able to get them down by 10%. So he has failed Australians because he's applied that ideology. To move to where we need to get prices back to where they should be, we do need every fuel source available. There's no doubt Australia is blessed like almost no other country in the world. We have uranium, we have coal, we have gas, we do have renewables, of course, and people putting solar cells on their roofs at a rapid pace. It's the mix that's going to get us the solution. The problem with Labor is they say, well, I like that one and I don't like that one and I don't like that one. You can't do that if your energy system's going to work. So we should have all of these fuel sources in the mix. We need to keep our coal-fired power stations for as long as necessary until they can be replaced. And that is incredibly important.
So you're not demonising fossil fuels like some of your predecessors?
They are absolutely part of the mix. The mix changes. All energy systems evolve over time. That's inevitable because technologies change. But we cannot demonise those fuel sources that are essential to getting prices down. I mean, Bowen demonises them all the time, and he's failed Australians.
You've got a big job now. You've got a party probably at its lowest ebb in its 80-year history. Why do it, Angus? Why is it so important that you took on this job and are committed to turning things around? Why do it?
Because Australia's worth fighting for. That's why. Because this country is magnificent, but it's going in the wrong direction, and we need to fix that. And for me, it's as simple as that.
What do you think? What do you think? I think it's so important when you hear from leaders that they get a chance to speak, you know, not that badgering sort of press conference style that most of politics and media is these days. So what do you think? I know it's early days. It's only a week tomorrow, but I'm seeing the signs that I'd want to see, that the Liberals are serious about turning back the years and years of Labor-like positions and importantly, going for the jugular on what's important to our country, but also holding what I regard as the worst government in Australia's history to account.